Senator, you watched this from Washington. You obviously are well aware of the economic situation. Would you have raised taxes instead of this? How would you have balanced?
I would have raised taxes. That's what I did in '92. I went together with Vern Reif, and we sat down. We spent, well, first of all, what I did was I clarified. I cut the budget 4 times. And Ohioans knew that the budget was cut. I can still remember some 5,000 people, students outside the State House screaming and yelling because of the fact that they were going to pay higher tuition. I recall a meeting with some welfare people where we cut out general assistance for able-bodied people. We did some very, very difficult things. And I came to Vern Reif and I came to Stanley Aronoff and I said, you guys know that I'm willing to cut. I said, I really think we're back to the bone. I don't want to cut anymore, but if I have to, I will, because the Constitution says we've got to balance our budget. And they decided to sit down. We spent 3 weeks going through every thing we could go through, fees, finally increased the estate income tax. We eliminated Ohio had 88 exemptions to the sales tax. We got rid of all but I think 9 of them. We put a penny on pop. And several other things that we did because we knew that that was necessary at that time. And I think it would have been more forthright to do it. Now that's just my opinion. I have respect for the legislature. I'm not sitting there today, but that's what we did at the time. And I was lucky because I had Stan and I had Vern, you know, most powerful speaker that we ever had. Some of you that remember Vern Reif. You know. Just always kid people that when I was governor, when I went to my office over at the State House, I'd had a genuflect before his statue that's there. But anyhow, we came together and decided let's do it, and we did it, and we took the heat, and then the economy got better, and at the end, I think you remember, we were able to reduce the state income tax the last 3 years I was governor of the state. So we're going through a difficult time. I have faith in the future. I think that the big challenges today are, number one, we've got to restore people's faith in the future. The glass is half full. I think second, we've got to do a better job in terms of credit. The banks still aren't doing what they're supposed to be doing. We've helped them out. They're still holding, you know, being very stingy about credit and cutting back. Number three, we've got to restore property values, and thank God that's starting to settle down a little bit. Number four, I think we've got to think of ways that we can create an environment where people are going to be more interested in investing in the future. And last but not least, is to make sure that people don't fall through the cracks. There's a lot of people today in our state that are just good, solid people that just find themselves out of work and they're really up against it. And I think we have an obligation to do everything that we can to try and keep those families together. Now you're doing the same thing all over. We're reaching out and trying to make sure they stay together and get through this period so they get back on their feet. But I have faith in the future. I think things are going to be better 2 to 3 years from now. And some of the things you might have to do. You know, Jim Rhodes at the time put on an increase. Remember, Bill, on the sales tax. And then Dick Celeste had an increase, what's it, I think, on the income tax. And I'm a Republican. I was mayor of Cleveland. I supported the governor. I did. I said, this is necessary in order to do the job, you know, and we have to balance our budget and at the same time provide for our people. So, but again, I'm not there. It's very difficult to, you know, to put somebody else's shoes on and know what they're going through.
Governor, could you give us your reaction to Senator Voinovich's statement yesterday that he would have raised taxes rather than install slot machines?
Well, my reaction is, you know, the senator was governor, and now I'm the governor, and you know, much of our budget was helped significantly with the federal stimulus dollars, which the good senator opposed, I respect Senator Voinovich. I think he is, in fact, I consider him a friend. We have worked together in the most cooperative way, and I respect his opinion, certainly. But the responsibilities of governing the state of Ohio now rest upon my shoulders. And I made decisions which I think were in the best interests of the state of Ohio. And the fact that his opinion is different than what my final conclusion was, I mean, it's fine with me. I don't mind the senator saying that. But I'm not sure that he is fully aware of all of the circumstances that I faced now. The senator has said in the past that although he faced difficult circumstances, that, I mean, I'm paraphrasing here, but I think the senator has indicated that when he was governor, he did not face the severity of the economic conditions that we are facing and that I had to try to deal with. So, you know, I'm not sure it's possible to know what you would do unless you know all of the circumstances that you face. And I faced very difficult circumstances. Quite frankly, I had certain choices, largely 3 in number. I could have raised taxes. And I know there are those who say that my primary reason for not doing that was fear that I would not get reelected. No one has the ability to know my heart or to understand all the thinking that went on. But I believe our economy was and is fragile. I believe that there are Ohioans who are paying all that they can possibly pay in taxes already under these very difficult circumstances. And I felt that raising taxes would have the effect, or certainly could have the effect, of deepening the recession and making it last longer. So I felt that that was not the right course of action. I cut a lot. Another possibility for me was to cut even deeper than we cut. And I felt that that was not a viable option either. And so I reluctantly chose the VLT as that initiative as a way to balance the budget without raising taxes, while continuing to provide what I think are the most essential of services to our people. The senator has a different opinion, and that's his right as a senator and as a citizen to express that opinion. It's just something that I don't agree with.